Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we have to talk about Meta, aka Facebook, because their potential harms to society will no longer be tracked, at least by them, but I think we're still all going to be on it. Now, here's what's going on. This is coming from Engadget, and it's kind of depressing. Now, Meta's, quote, responsible innovation team, that's a group that was meant to address, quote, potential harms to society, and, quote, caused by Facebook products, is no more. Now, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the team was recently disbanded, though most members will stay on with other teams at the company. A Meta spokesperson told the Wall Street Journal that the company, quote, was committed to the team's goals, end quote, but didn't provide a reason for the change in that strategy. Now, the Responsible Innovation Team was first formed several years ago, according to a 2021 blog post written by Meta's Margaret Stewart. She's a Facebook VP who oversaw the team. The team was made up of engineers as well as people with backgrounds in civil rights and ethics, and advised the company's product teams on, quote, potential harms across a broad spectrum of societal issues and dilemmas, end quote. She wrote that basically later in that year. Now, Zivka Krieger, the Meta employee who led the team, departed earlier this year. Also, according to the Wall Street Journal, the Responsible Innovation Team isn't the only team recently reshuffled, though. Earlier this summer, Meta reorganized its entire AI team, which included folding the Responsible AI group into its social impact team. Now, the company has also been looking to cut costs as its revenue shrinks for the first time in its history, and Meta also axed some projects in its Reality Labs division and slowed its hiring amid rumors of potential layoffs. That doesn't also include Mark Zuckerberg basically throwing down the challenge of a lot of you shouldn't be here if you're not working your full potential kind of stuff. And so, if we are looking at this, I'm really hoping that Meta actually does revive this, but quite frankly, they've got a huge optics problem. You can read study after study about how Facebook, basically being the dominant social media platform for basically over a decade, has caused depression, suicidal tendencies, all these kinds of things, not to mention addictions, harm to children, basically under the ages of 18 or 19, all those kinds of things. This has been a huge problem. And so from an optics standpoint, to basically say we're getting rid of our responsible innovation team that basically looks at the potential harms to society that Facebook does is no longer going to be there, that's a huge problem. And now they've got to prove that they actually are practicing what they preach, that they are saying we're still committed to this, but how? How are you doing this? What are you looking at? We saw other internal reports from whistleblower Frances Haugen that basically said they hired a team of psychologists. Those teams basically told Facebook, you are doing serious damage to the youth of the entire planet, and Facebook quashed it or didn't take it fully seriously or fired those people or whatever it was that Haugen said. There were multiples of these reports and therefore multiple incidents. This is something that we can't take lightly or seriously. You may be watching this basically on my Facebook page right now, as I have a public page where I post my daily stuff, and understand you might have an addiction. We all have addictions in some way, shape, or form to our smartphones, but as we are looking at this, we are not getting help. And the help should be coming from the Facebooks of the world that have made billions, if not trillions, collectively on essentially our addictions, on giving society a lot of different types of mental ails right now. Not to mention, we're all button seat a lot more than we've ever been, in terms of past generations when we didn't have all of this kind of technology. So I think these things are important. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, but quite frankly, Meta might not be tracking these things anymore, or if they are, they're not telling us, but believe you me, I will be keeping you up to date and tracking their potential harms to society, so stay tuned to this channel and also this SoundCloud account. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, where you will be addicted, but they're not going to tell you that because they're no longer tracking their harms anymore. Feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well, which, it's YouTube, so we're all addicted to that at some point. And as always, stay safe, stay online, please stay private, and please just ditch Facebook at this point. Please, I'd literally love to lose users or followers on Facebook, and here we are. And please like, share. Oh, I just said that, so take care.